In today's Clash Royale video, I'm going to show you the games which brought me to #1 in the world and 28-0 in the current Royal tournament. I actually used all of the best decks right now in Clash Royale. We also had to make sure to not getting sniped, so also in gameplay against the best players in the world with different variations of decks. If you guys don't want to miss any of this top gameplay in the future, make sure to subscribe and also make sure to use creator code Morten in the shop. I really appreciate any support for you guys, and also make sure to give a thumbs up. Also share this video with friends, and I would say it's direct out to games, and I'm going to show you how I got 28-0. So guys, I actually showed you yesterday a really great deck, but at the end, that's normally the thing. This deck which I showed you yesterday, make sure to check out yesterday's video where I showed like my opinion best deck Clash Royale for the World Tournament. Is honestly really solid. But why did I decide to play this Electric Giant deck? Because in the top of the global tournament, I'm always trying to switch up decks and try to play something different, because I want to be unpredictable. So it's not about playing like the best deck in Clash Royale, it's more about like trying to not get countered and switch around decks. So I actually played a ton of Goblin Duel early on, but in the top 50 I actually played this Electric Giant deck for the reason I just said. So I'm actually going in for Electric Giant. Normally with the Lightning variation I would never do that, but the reason I did this here, as you guys can see, is yeah, exactly this. And as you guys can see here, I'm going for Electric Giant, and this matchup is not as easy as it seems, right? Because he can pressure so much. He has also the EQ instead of the Fireball, and it's actually pretty hard to kill the Mass Force even with the E-Gen, because you always need it on offense. And I actually lost this matchup like I think like 1 or 2 weeks ago against a really good 2.6 player on ladder. So it's not as easy as it seems, especially because of a cheap cycle with his cannon. So getting his Musketeer out of hand and then going in with the Golden Knight of that and going with the E-Gen, the bridge is the key. You never really want to go in for an E-Gen in the back in the matchup, because then he's able to cycle his cannons, he's able to cycle his Mass. So this is the play you want to do in the matchup. Honestly, we just basically won like this, but this is like against any type of Hawk Warrior deck, right? You just want to go in for really aggressive E-Giants with the Golden Knight, having the 3-card cycle activated. GG's were played, also victory, and at the end, that was an easy first win. So guys, so actually, as I said, it's pretty important to not get like any counter like matchup in the top of the Royal Tournament. So this time I decided to play this E-Giant deck again, because sometimes for sure it's really great to repeat, because nobody's really expecting. Also, you kind of need to see the opponent which you can get. I tell that you guys like a ton of times, but you can actually just in the top of the Royal Tournament, you can just face people with 1 win advantage or like disadvantage. So 1 win differential. So an example, you had a 26 wins, you can just face people at 27 or 25. And actually, so I was like, okay, I was like looking what they are playing, which decks they're feeling comfortable with, like which decks they played in the global tournament. I was like, okay, I don't really want to try out snipe them, I don't really want to hard count them, but I just want to have a matchup or like a deck which I feel like, okay, I can win against this deck, I can win against this deck. And I felt like, okay, going with Electric Giant, because there were like ton of mortar players, there was also another Hawk Rider player. I felt like this is the play I really want to make. So actually, that was an important decision. This was the most important decision I did in this matchup, right? Look at my Elixir advantage. I'm not going to defend the mortar. The mortar gets a ton of damage, but this is exactly what I wanted in this situation. I let the full mortar go, and right now I'm just going to cycle. I'm just going to go to cycle and go with another E-Gen in the bridge. So that was actually like a ridiculously smart play. It was an absolutely smart play. I'm pretty proud of myself that I did this here. I'm just gonna let damage go. Even it seems pretty dumb to get like let mortar damage go early on. Especially against mortar, is normally like you don't really want to take like early damage, right? Mortar really is about getting chip damage, but this perfectly worked out. We got so much damage, and right now I know, like, we didn't win the game yet because EQ is not doing as much damage as you might thought. Like, sometimes I lost like games earlier on different accounts. This is like for sure not my first account, because I thought like the Earthquake is doing more damage as it normally would, as I thought, but he didn't do as much damage. So yeah, we're just gonna go in for the cannon here. On top of that, I think I'm just gonna go for Skeletons. Really good Skeletons. Cleaning up the Dark Girl, I'm pretty happy about that. So far so good. I'm just gonna go for my E-Giant in the back. And I think next I'm going to drop my E-Giant now on the right line, maybe, I guess. I'm not really sure. Or I'm just gonna go for a Gold Knight. I'm just gonna Gold Knight, I'm gonna do the saver play. Okay, maybe I could have gone E-Giant now on the right, but I think I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm even gonna go E-Giant on the right. So I think I'm just gonna go cannon here. Honestly, a really solid, smart cannon. Didn't really work out as I wanted it, but we're just gonna go for the Q here. Q's doing a perfect job. And actually we get, like, I thought it's going to get on top, but actually didn't. I'm gonna drink something, guys. Like, I really apologize, normally really doing that, but currently, like, I've still COVID, so I'm doing pretty well, but my throat, yeah, isn't really perfect, so it's the only real thing which annoys me, but it doesn't really bother me. I know, like, some people are way more struggled, so I cannot really complain about that. And can be really happy that I just have this small problems which don't really annoy me, to be fair. So I'm really happy about my symptoms. So I'm actually just gonna go for another Electro Giant, same lane. Normally that's not really the play. As I said, you don't really want to play Electro Giant in the back, but I thought like into a cannon card it's fine in this matchup. For sure there are different strategies, like sometimes you want to go for the E-Giant in the back, sometimes we're going to bridge, but with this deck I felt like going more of E-Giants in the bridge, like being more aggressive is the play, especially when your opponent is like the mortar out. So actually I could go like for E-Giant now on the right lane, maybe I should have done that, but I'm also always want to save my cannon, right? Cannon is so important in this matchup just to make sure to clean it up, and cannon is putting so much work in, so in this situation actually, if the cannon card would have died, I would have just gone for an E-Giant in the bridge. Opposite lane I would have Drake Tower, but as you guys can see, actually pretty bad like for us that the E-Giant walks back now. I'm actually just gonna play my Golden Knight there, just to tank for the Mortar and actually make sure that the Mortar is still gonna log on top of the Golden Knight, and also the Golden Knight make sure to kind of apply pressure that we're able to go on that. So actually, because some people ask me in the comment section about World Finals, yes, I'm going to Finland 100%, but I don't know if I go as a player yet, so I'm still trying to qualify. Like I still have the chance in Royal Masters, even if it's not looking too good, I can still make it. And also the last qualifiers in CRL, so I'm actually trying my best there. Like, I really want to go to Worlds, I'm really grinding right now. So yeah, wish me luck guys, support me, whatever you want to do. Watch my videos to give me power. So yeah, I'm really happy about you guys' support. But yeah, as I just want to let you know, GG's well played. This matchup, I mean, we won it in single, and most of the matchups, even if you guys think Electro Giant is banned double X time, yes, but I also got more responses in double X time, so I think Electro Giant, especially in this variation, might be even better in single X time, so you want to play as aggressive as I did there. So guys, this is actually a pretty interesting matchup. So I thought like, okay, I'm gonna play this deck because I felt pretty safe, because also the Alpha guy, I don't know if you know him, he's a really good drill player, and he was like a #1 in the world, and I could face him, and he was like playing earlier before, so I was like, okay, I really need to make sure I have a deck which is pretty solid against him, and also overall solid. Like, so I decided to pick the smarter deck. Really like this one. I mean, there are a ton of different versions. So our last guy played this with Skeleton Barrel, also like with some bait, with Fireball. I decided to pick arrows here because I felt like they're way more better against like Bomber and stuff and all the spam around. So I thought like, okay, now we need Fireball. So our opponent is actually, I don't really know him, but he seemed like to be a really good Expo player. The kind of surprised thing about him, which I really like for, which is like kind of great, or like kind of interesting for me, is that he played a ton of Expo, but he played always different versions, right? He's not like a guy who's always plays like Icebo, 3-mode. Oh, he switched around. He used sometimes Must, Archers, Rocket, Fireballs. So this is, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's still pretty interesting. Okay, editor, do something when I'm doing this.
Get well soon.
We're back, guys. Really apologize, by the way, guys, if my commentating isn't on point. Of like, I still want to do these videos. I still have fun doing that. I can do them, but like, still, my voice kind of is really cracky sometimes. So honestly, we got a really solid situation there. We got a damage advantage. I didn't really expect like this could happen like this. I think in this situation, I might just want to go in for my Mortar at the bridge. Not really 100% sure. Do I go for Mortar? I'm just gonna go Mortar here. I think I'm just might go in for my mine here on top of the Archer. The reason I did this was because I actually thought that I could have gone for Skelly King up, but I thought it was like a big overextend. I thought this Tesla is not on cycle yet, so like he didn't have enough elixir for that. So I thought we might get a Mortar connection here, but honestly this game will also get a bit close at the end because of some glitch bug interaction, which almost cost me the game, so I was like pretty sad about that. Also tomorrow I will try to push #1 in the world in the global tournament live. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow I'm 100% back. I feel like I'm really going on my way back about my health conditions, but tomorrow I hopefully am really back. So I'm just gonna use my ability. Me not pretty solid in this matchup. Yeah, Tesla plus Ice Spirit plus Skeletons, Archers, even with arrows still puts in work, but in this situation I'm just gonna go in for that. But also what we kind of need to think about is having the Golden Knight deck and allows you to have like the 3-card cycle, right? 3-card cycle puts in the work and actually got him. At the end, a really solid Expo connection because he just played the Golden Knight, Expo, Skeletons, Ice Spirit, Log, Expo, and this is just insane. I have like a 4 elixir card cycle with the 3-card cycle going on. So I think the situation, I'm just gonna go for the cannon card here. There was like a really bad cannon card, but you guys will also see, like in my opinion, his Mortar this mortar defense wasn't really optimal, because also you can normally play the ice bird like that the ice bird is not gonna get the mortar gets the strike by the ice bird, but the ice bird is like not dying. So once again, in my opinion, really horrible mortar. So this situation was actually a misplay for me, because I was actually like overestimating the Golden Knight. Yes, I thought the Golden Knight is better than that. Like, as you guys can see, the Golden Knight didn't really do his job. And I was like, okay, the Golden Knight will hit like all the skeletons in the same time with the Expo, like connecting on that. And we will just basically like lose our Skelly King plus skeletons here. But didn't really happen. So actually really great arrows. And because of the arrows we get in Golden Knight, or like we get a kind of card like on tower, but actually his Golden Knight was pretty crazy. And like actually getting the last second retarget, this actually helped him. That's actually why I'm saying actually all the time, like, Morten, stop this. We don't want to talk like this. Like, I'm not saying this on purpose, guys. There's some words as a like, I'm not really like an English speaker. I'm from Germany, if you guys don't know. So sometimes when I'm like speaking English and I'm like talking without thinking, I'm always saying the same words. And this is the problem which I have right now. So I'm saying, I'm talking, and I'm not really like knowing what I'm saying, right? Like I'm thinking about what I'm saying, but like in this commentating situation I am right now, it's pretty hard for me to get it, as you guys might hear. So if I like, kind of hard for me to commentate and also talk at the same time, I really apologize. So this was the moment I was talking about, right? I wanted to play the mortar high to just tank, but as you guys can see here, they actually kind of got bugged, and then the mortar got pushed to the back. So that was pretty horrible. So I'm just gonna go for my miner. I think I'm just gonna go with Skelly King Bridge now. Skelly King plus Mean Horde, maybe. No, I'm just gonna go Mean Horde plus miner. And I'm also going for Skelly Arm here, just to want to make sure I'm gonna apply pressure. I know I'm just playing my arrows and I knew he cannot really rocket this. And that was a smart play. At the end, we almost lost this game, but this is how we won this game. We one win away from the #1 spot. So, #1 spot, yeah, as I said, he's like a really good Expo player. I don't really know research. So, top of the global tournament, we really need to talk about that. Top of global tournament is just about knowing when to who you face, because at top of global tournament, most of the time you can face like between 3 and 5 players. And yeah, you should never search like after you just got a hard counter, to be fair. I mean, you can search, but you at least switch your deck. I mean, he switches deck, but is it really better? I don't know. Maybe it's better against my mortar deck, but I was like, okay, I might face him again. I also felt confident with this against like the drill deck from Alpha. So I think in this matchup we did a really solid play. We did a really good play, which won us the game. So opponent, this is the #1 game, by the way. Opponent goes in for a rocket, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let go, right? So we don't really have an elixir advantage. So I thought like, okay, we might have an elixir advantage here, but we just got the 1 elixir advantage, and he got like a rocket on us, so we're even. He's even ahead. So well played on that. I thought we can really punish him for this, but I think we got him cycle now. We got a 3-card cycle kinda going, because our queen got some value. So as you guys can see, our Hawk Rider is pretty soon in hand, and this Tesla is not there yet. So what I'm actually gonna do is going in for my queen here. And so I'm going for skeletons here. I'm not going for my queen, right? And this is the mistake he does. Why I'm going in for my skeletons there and cycling a hawk, I'm going for my skeletons because I know it's Tesla non-cycle. This is really what you want to do. This is important against Expo. We want to get early damage, because now we're not gonna get a rocket cycle. So I'm gonna go for the Hawk Rider opposite lane, and he did a Musketeer. That's a good play, right? He didn't have anything else. So what he should have done was Musketeer, Icebird. That would have been the best play. And right, he should have used his Log plus Knight. But what he did was completely overcommitting. He absolutely completely overcommitted with his Tesla plus Musketeer. This is 8 elixir. 8 elixir. Or at least use the Musketeer on the right in the middle like this, to also snipe the G-Skelly. But right now he's like committing a -4 elixir on this side. And G-Skelly, with the damage buff he got like some months ago, is actually just destroying the Knight. So I'm playing in how's it called? My queen at the bridge. I know he's so low on elixir, so he's going for a really late bulk Knight. Maybe I should have used also the ability a bit later, but as you guys can see, this is basically it. We already won the game. Right now it's just about like playing passive, controlling the game, and there's no real way for him to win this. These decks are actually the best decks for the Royale tournament. Also depends on like we're playing a lot. If you face a ton of Lava Hound, I would say the mortar deck is really great. If you face a ton of different building decks, you just want to control the game, this deck, this Hawk GCL deck is absolutely solid. If you like good Hawk player play, it's by far the best Hawk Rider deck. Also Ian, the best Hawk Rider player in the world, actually agrees on that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you guys don't want to miss any videos in the future. I would say I'm out. Thanks for watching, and let's watch until the end. Goodbye, guys.